Let's shift focus to the toll collections for the month of November, which have seen a double-digit growth on a YOY basis. So let's talk more on that. And for this, we are being joined by Mr. Anil Yadav, who is the director at IRB Infrastructure. Hi, a very good morning, Mr. Anil, and thank you so much for your time. First of all, if we see the trend that is shaping up for the toll collections, it's yet again a strong number coming in for the month gone by. But wanted to understand that do you see this trajectory continuing going forward as well, especially that in the coming months, the travel is expected to pick up, the economic activity is expected to bounce back. So what's your sense on that? Are we in for more double-digit numbers kicking in?
Good morning. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. Now coming on the toll number, the month growth was around 23%. From 4.3 billion, we have gone to 5.4 billion kind of revenue on monthly basis. And we are seeing the traction is very good. In fact, the growth in the month of November is much better as if we will compare with the traffic volume on the road. And as you rightly mentioned, as festive seasons are coming, definitely we will see further uptake in the traffic. So then the numbers, what we have seen in the November, those are quite encouraging. And we believe that the December, as it's a month of travel, and we will see a lot of holidays and other stuff aligned, and there will be a travel link to that. So then definitely we believe that there will be a further pickup in the traffic in the coming month.
Okay, I wanted to understand what the outlook is ahead in terms of monetization plans for FY25.
Yeah, so I think in terms of monetization, we have devised one policy which we coined as BEST, that we will bid, execute the project through a private InvIT where IRB, GIC, and Ferrovial are all our three partners. Once the asset is stabilized, we will monetize those assets and utilize that money for building the further infrastructure. As the government has a monetization plan, we believe that we will be deploying that monetization money. Will be bagging the new TOT project. Typically, TOT project require upfront capital. The monetized amount will be utilized for the new project. In terms of if you look at the IRR, we bid for the new project at mid-teen kind of IRR. Once the asset is stabilized and the project is de-risked to large extent, then it can be flipped, it can be monetized through a public InvIT or through a third party, and there basically we can get the fund again, deploy it for the mid-teen IRR. That translates around 2 times price to book kind of realization over the period of 3.5 years.
Right, Anil, this is Cheryl also joining the conversation. So that brings me to the next question. If you could help us understand where your current order book stands actually, what is the bid pipeline looking like? And also, if you could shed some light on what sort of inflows are you expecting for the remainder of this year? And hopefully, if you could talk about next financial year as well, give us a glimpse of that.
Yeah, if you look at IRB, large value comes from the asset business. Our asset business is almost 85% of the overall value for the IRB. EPC is plays us for a supporting role. We execute our own project, whichever we bagged on BOT, TOT, and very selective on HAM basis. Now, in terms of order book, we have visibility as far as EPC is concerned. We have visibility for next 6 quarters, and total order book of around 32,000 crores, and that includes the 80%, 85% of the O&M order book, and which is for another 20 years. Now, coming to the new opportunity, there is a lot of lined up, and typically, as we have witnessed in the past as well, that large portion of the order comes in the fag end of the financial year. So we believe that there will be order coming. And in terms of overall pipeline, the government has planned to double the road highway network from 1 lakh kilometer to 2 lakh kilometer, and which will provide enough opportunity for everyone. And considering we have 20-25% of the overall market share in terms of BOT and TOT put together, considering that that should take our assets size, which is around 80,000 crores, to roughly 2,40,000 to 3 trillion by FY 2030.
Also, Mr. Anil, the NHAI has announced plans to double the national highway network by 2032. So, wanted to understand that what portion of this opportunity does IRB aim to capture?
Yeah. If you look at the total capital outlay, if considering the land acquisition and other stuff, it will be almost 50 trillion kind of opportunity. And out of the 50 trillion, roughly 50% of that, 25 to 30 trillion can be funded through a budgetary allocation, and we have around 2.7 to 3 trillion kind of allocation for the road sector. Balance 50% out of that balance 50%, 30% will be on PPP, which will be a BOT kind of opportunity which will be coming. So we are talking about roughly around 18 trillion kind of opportunity for the BOT segment, and balance 20% can be funded through a monetization of the asset. So roughly out of the 50 trillion what amount we have talked about, there will be 20 to 25 trillion kind of opportunity. And even if we talk about 10% market share of that, we are talking about around 2.5 trillion kind of opportunity over next 7 to 8 years.
All right, then, Anil, we leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us on
Thank
ET
you.
Now to talk about the prospects coming in for IRB Infra, and looks like a healthy one. So all the best for the future quarters as well as for the financial year.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.